How's it going, guys? Just wanted to share with you a quick video. I just got done playing Terminator Resistance, just finished the game, and I wanted to give my final thoughts on the game. I don't want to go too in depth, just a quick video talking about some of my experiences with the game and whether or not I recommend the game. So this game came out in 2019, so just a couple of years ago. And it was developed by Teon. Now, Teon, if you're not familiar with that company, they're a dev team based out of Europe, and they released the Rambo game that came out several years ago, which was critically panned. I've never actually played it before. I don't know if it's any good or if it has any redeeming qualities. Haven't heard anything really good about it. So Teon comes out with this game here, Terminator Resistance, which comes out around the same time as Terminator Dark Fate, which was sort of like the next entry into the Terminator series. That's the one where they brought back Sarah Connor and all the rest of it. But interestingly enough, this game completely disregards all the new entries into the series. It doesn't have anything to do with Dark Fate. You'd think they would have tied this into the movie, but they didn't. And that's one of the things I really do appreciate about this game. Any of you guys that watch my channel, I love the original Terminator, and to a lesser extent, Terminator 2. Can't stand any of the other entries into the series. Haven't seen Genesis, nor do I care to see it. Don't want to see Dark Fate. Looks absolutely ridiculous. So for Teon to release Terminator Resistance, and the storyline basically follows, is just smack right in the middle of, like, I think if I'm not mistaken, it takes place maybe after the first Terminator movie, but before Terminator 2. So it's like right in that sweet spot. So this game got pretty much mixed to negative reviews from the media, and this is a prime example of why you can't really take any of these publications seriously, because anyone who's played this game, because I had watched several videos on this game before I had purchased it, said it was absolutely incredible. They had a blast. But like I said, you read any of the quote unquote, keyboard professional journalists out there, and they're panning this game because it's like not the second coming of Christ. It's not competitive in the world of Call of Duty. But I'm here to tell you this game is absolutely fantastic. I've got like a threshold, like a line in the sand, and for me, as far as story-driven campaigns, single-player campaigns in these first-person shooters, I hold Doom 3 in high regard. This game walks right up to the line. This is almost right up there. It's almost right there with Doom 3 as far as the story is concerned, if you're a fan of the series. I was just a complete blast from start to finish. The game is long enough that you're getting good value for what you're paying for it, but it's not so long that it's drawn out and you just walk away from it and you don't finish it. It was just the right length. Incredible boss battles. I know a lot of the major publications bitched and moaned about the graphics in this game. I thought the graphics were fantastic. I really appreciated the art direction in this game. The use of white light, the way that the white light hits the blue sky and gives off that industrial feel of the Terminator movies. They pulled it off just right. And for them to be able to incorporate the score in this game is like right out of the movie. Just fantastic music. And, when you're being chased by a Terminator and that classic theme kicks in, it's just absolutely incredible. And like when you start out the game, you're pretty much powerless. You don't have really any high-powered weapons. And there's this one mission at the beginning of the game where you have to go into this deserted hospital, and you walk in and it's just dark and blue and black, and you're crawling through the vents, and then all of a sudden you finally come across a Terminator. You see these legs walk across, and this Terminator is dragging this body by its head, and it's like, oh my god. And then you get out of the vent, and you have to slowly and methodically get past these Terminators that are infested in this building. Because you can't be seen by them, because if they see you, you're fucking dead. And then later on, again, I don't want to give off too many spoilers, but later on you get involved with a boss battle with a T-850, which is basically what Arnold Schwarzenegger was in Terminator. They don't have his likeness in the game. They're not using his face, but it's basically him, and he's chasing you around, and you gotta get the hell out of the way, but you gotta continue to blast him, and you basically run around in circles just trying to avoid the gunfire. And once you put him down, wow, what a sense of accomplishment. There's also a love interest in this game as well. I don't want to spoil it, but you do end up getting hot and heavy with one of the women in the game. But yeah, I had a blast. The difficulty, it depends on the difficulty setting you play this game on. I know G-Man Lives said this game is easy, and if you have a hard time with it, I think he said you're a fucking pussy. Well, I played it on easy, and it was hard enough for me. So if you had the choice, I would recommend picking this up for the PS4 over the Xbox One. The reason for that is Teon released a DLC for this game called the Annihilation Line, if I'm not mistaken. And it was exclusively released for the PS4. It's not available on the Xbox One. Womp womp. So that's kind of shitty. Now, I just picked up a PS4, so I could play that, but I think I may need to pick up the original game here on the PS4 to be able to play the downloadable content. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. The game was also recently re-released, if you could believe it, on April 30th of 2021 for the PS5 as an enhanced version. I think there were some graphical enhancements, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you could play this game in 60 FPS, which is definitely something that is needed in this game. So, yeah, in conclusion, I had a blast playing this game. Incredible boss battles. I like how every time you start a mission, you go out, you finish the mission, and then it brings you right back to the base. And then you go to the base, you talk to everybody on the base, you progress the storyline, and then you go back out and do another mission, rinse and repeat. I really enjoyed that because I'm really burned out on open world games right now. So I thought that the pacing was just perfect in this game. So like I said, in conclusion, I highly recommend Terminator Resistance, especially if you can get it on sale. And for God's sakes, if you can get it for the PS5, you're laughing. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Got my money's worth out of this game. Don't believe the jaded reviewers out there. This game is incredible. The best Terminator video game of all time. And it's a nice conversation piece to have if you're a fan of this series. So yeah, go ahead. So yeah, go out, pick up Terminator Resistance if you haven't played it already. You guys aren't going to regret it. Absolutely incredible. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good night.